Q1063. A law enforcement officer witnesses careless or reckless behavior while observing sUAS operations and requests the operator submit to a drug or alcohol test. What are the consequences if this request is denied? A. The operator may be denied an application for a remote pilot certificate for up to 30 days. B. The operator may have to pay a fine, but their remote pilot certificate will not be affected. C. The operator may have their remote pilot certificate with sUAS rating suspended or revoked. The correct answer is C. Under 14 CFR Part 107, if a law enforcement officer witnesses careless or reckless behavior during sUAS operations and requests the operator to submit to a drug or alcohol test, the operator is required to comply with the request. If the operator refuses to submit to the test, the FAA may initiate enforcement action against the operator, which may include suspension or revocation of their remote pilot certificate with sUAS rating. Additionally, under 14 CFR Part 107, an individual who operates a sUAS while under the influence of drugs or alcohol may be subject to civil penalties, criminal charges, or both. The FAA takes the issue of drug and alcohol use seriously and expects all sUAS operators to comply with the regulations governing drug and alcohol use during sUAS operations. 1325. The refusal of a remote PIC to submit to a blood alcohol test when requested by a law enforcement officer. A. Is grounds for suspension or revocation of their remote pilot certificate. B. Can be delayed for a period up to be hours after the request. C. Has no consequences to the remote pilot certificate. The correct answer is A. The refusal of a remote PIC to submit to a blood alcohol test when requested by a law enforcement officer is grounds for suspension or revocation of their remote pilot certificate. 1275. When can someone with a marijuana conviction apply for a remote pilot certificate? A. Never. B. 18 months. C. 1 year. The correct answer is C. An application for a remote pilot certificate with a sUAS rating may be denied for up to a year following the date of the act if the applicant has been convicted of violating any federal or state law relating to the production, sale, distribution, possession, transportation, or importation of narcotic drugs, marijuana, or depressant or stimulant drugs or substances. 1306. If you are caught smoking marijuana, the FAA will A. Send you to a drug treatment center. B. Issue an immediate suspension or revocation of your pilot certificate. C. Deny all future pilot applications. The correct answer is B. The FAA takes drug and alcohol use very seriously, and the use of marijuana is considered a disqualifying condition for holding a remote pilot certificate. If a remote pilot is caught smoking marijuana, it can lead to an immediate suspension or revocation of their pilot certificate. 1281. What FAA resource can pilots reference to learn more about the impact of drugs and alcohol on flight? A. The Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. B. The Pilot Operating Handbook. C. NOTAMs. The correct answer is A. The Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge is a comprehensive FAA resource that covers a wide range of topics related to aviation, including the impact of drugs and alcohol on flight.